Welcome to Mighty Mornings. I'm Mary.
And I'm Lindsay. Let's dive in. We're going to play a game called Two Truths and a Lie, but it's going to be Health Coach Answers version. So all of our questions are going to be health-based on different health topics, and I'm going to spat out the options. Mary's going to pick which one is the lie, and we'll see how well she does. Sound good, Mary?
Lindsay, yeah, I know this game, Two Truths and a Lie, so I'm ready.
It's easy, right?
Well, not always, but I'm going to do my best.
Hey, we'll test your knowledge. I'm excited. We'll see how you do. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready for the first question?
Sure.
Okay, so the first topic, I guess, is on fats. So the first option is saturated fats should make up more than 10% of your daily diet. Unsaturated fats are called healthy fats.
And oh my gosh, wait. You need to repeat that because I was not. First, I thought when you said fats, I thought you said the first question is on sex.
Oh.
And then I was like, what are we doing?
No.
Then, okay, wait, I need the questions one more time.
Okay, we'll start
my
new.
head was
We'll start
spinning.
new. Okay, so first.
And I have the right ear thing.
First topic is on fat, F-A-T.
Got it.
Your first option is saturated fats should make up more than 10% of your daily intake. Your second option is unsaturated fats are healthy fats. And your third is trans fats are bad fats. Which one is the lie?
The first one is the lie.
Yes, that is correct. Good job, Mary. So yeah, it's actually
When I hear
the opposite.
when my head's in the right space, I do better.
Yes, yeah, there you go, exactly. So saturated fat should actually make up less than 10% of your daily intake and not more. So great job.
Yes.
Awesome.
Perfect. And the whole, unsaturated better than saturated, and then the trans fats
Are
Let's
not good for
not
you.
do those at all. So question number 2 is on the famous keto diet, okay? So
keto.
yes. First question
Okay.
or first option is keto is sometimes extreme. Keto consists of eating only meat, and keto forces the body to use fat for fuel instead of carbohydrates. Which one's the lie?
Okay. So I think the second one is a lie, that it's
Ding,
only
ding,
meats,
ding.
because I believe there's some vegetables that you can eat with keto diet.
Yeah, awesome
Yeah.
job. Yeah, so to
Yeah.
recap keto a little bit, obviously it is a little bit more extreme than most eating
Yeah.
patterns, but that's because it really requires a lot of protein, a lot of fat, a lot of veggies, and almost zero carbs.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Which is really hard to do. And isn't keto short for like being in a state of ketosis?
Exactly,
I
yeah,
have
so
a-
that third truth,
yeah.
being in
I happen to have a family member on a keto diet for health reasons. And so, yeah, I've kind of learned a little bit about it. So I had an unfair advantage.
You're
That's
probably going to
okay,
stump
though.
me soon, though.
I love to eat out. Do you like to eat out?
Good one.
Yes.
Oh, love it. I'm such a foodie and love a good restaurant.
Me too. Me too. So the first
Okay.
option is the best way to be successful when you dine out is to count calories. The second option is the best way to be successful dining out is to structure your plate. And then the third is the best way to be successful is, or one of the best, is to split your meal in half and take half home with you.
Okay, that's a good one. So I think I would say the second and the third are true, but the first one is false.
Correct.
Because,
Counting calories when you're out to dinner and having a good time,
No fun at all.
No.
but just, yeah.
more portion and like what you put on that plate, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who wants to
Like-
sit there and try to pay attention to every number? And also at the same time too, just because something is 400 calories doesn't necessarily mean that it's healthy, right? Like it can be 400
Exactly,
calories of
yeah.
nothing healthy.
That dessert is really low calorie.
Exactly. Let's go for that. No.
Yeah.
Let's focus
But-
on portions and good balanced meals, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Awesome. Okay.
This is
So
a fun game.
fourth question is on nutrition labels. So labels that you see at the store, sometimes even on restaurant menus. The first question is, The best thing to look for on a label are the protein, fat, and carbs per serving. The second thing is always look at the calories first. The third thing is the ingredients list is the most important.
Okay, I think the first and the third are more true than the second.
Yeah.
To always look at the calories.
Yep, exactly. Mary,
that
you're
right?
killing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not do any prep
Or any homework, I promise
Are
you.
you sure?
But
I am a label reader, and I usually just ingredients first, right? The fewer and the ones I know what can read the names, and they're not la 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 la
at
Yep.
the end of them,
Yep. They don't sound
Is
like
better.
a foreign language.
Yeah. And then what you were saying, protein, fat, and carbs was the.
Yeah,
three
exactly.
things in the first one. Yeah.
I think those two are so much more important than that middle one, the calorie count.
Definitely. I don't even have to
Yeah.
explain. You explained the most important things right there. You ready for 5?
Yeah, I'm ready to find the lie. Bring it.
Here are 3 statements for number 5. The question is,
All right.
which one is the lie? So first statement is, this is about working out and warming up. So the first statement is warming
It's
up.
my department.
Yes, which is good. Hopefully you'll get this one right?
I better.
Warming up prevents injury and reduces soreness. Statement number 2 is when you're doing strength training, it's best to do the movements without the weight to warm up. And third statement is stretching before a workout is better than after. Which one is the lie?
Oh, this is a tricky one. I'm gonna say the second one is the lie, but I'm not sure if I'm right.
You want me to go through them again?
Well, I guess you can use resistance instead of weights at first, but typically weight training involves some type of weight, even if it's light.
So
Am I getting too technical on the?
reading into it too much.
Maybe. I mean,
I'm gonna say second, but I think it's gonna be third.
is third. Third is the lie. And that one is a little bit of a
Tell me
difficult
why. I'd
question.
love
Yeah.
to know your reasoning here.
Yeah, that's a more difficult question because really, yes, you should stretch before and after, but the type of stretching matters, right? So you want to do a more
Yes.
dynamic type of stretching where you're stretching through movement before. That's where your warm up comes from, and then more static stretching where you're just holding a stretch. That's better to do after your workout. So that one was a little bit of a confusing worded.
Trick question, Lindsay. Trick question. I'm gonna file a protest.
All right, let's jump into question number 6, which is
Okay.
on sugar addiction, which I think
Ooh,
probably
good
all
one.
struggle with in some capacity. So this will be an interesting one. All right, statement number 1 is
Okay.
artificial sweeteners are much better for you than sugar.
Artificial sweeteners are better than sugar?
Yep.
Okay.
Statement number 2 is you should reduce instead of completely eliminate sugar in order to break a sugar addiction. And then statement number 3 is sugar is already in a lot of regular foods like fruits, so you should manage your intake accordingly.
Okay. Well, that's a good one. I think that the second and the third one are the true statements, but the artificial sweetener one versus regular sugar, I think you're better off just using less regular sugar than pouring in the artificial sweeteners.
Yeah.
For many reasons.
Exactly.
And you probably know them more than I do.
Yeah, I think artificial sweeteners is a little bit of a dicey subject, right? It kind of depends on what your overall goals are. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, if you're replacing just a little bit of sugar with a little bit of artificial sweetener, that's okay. But if you're doing large amounts, it's just better to do the real thing and enjoy it in smaller quantities.
Yeah, I do that when I'm baking sometimes. A recipe will call for 1.5 cups of sugar, and I'll do 3/4. And I know that like quantities you have to be careful of when you're baking, but usually reducing sugar doesn't affect a recipe.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good topic for sure. Something for us to maybe talk about in the future as well. So seventh set of statements. This topic is on full fat versus non-fat products. So we're talking like dairy, meat, stuff like that. So the first statement is low and no fat foods are more processed. Filling up on fats can actually promote satiety, meaning fullness. So if you eat more full fats, you're going to be fuller faster. And then the third statement is higher consumption of fat translate to higher amounts of fat in the body. So which one's the lie?
Okay.
I think the third one is the lie.
Yeah, what made you choose it?
Because I think the first two are truths.
So I don't know why the third one is a lie, but I think it is.
Hey, I can explain a little bit of why it is.
Is that right?
I love the process of elimination thinking, but the third one is
It worked.
fat doesn't really, in lack of better words, make us fat, right? Like fat, it's the overeating of carbs and refined sugars that translates to fat in the body. So don't be afraid to eat fat. We obviously want to pay attention to the types of fat that we're eating, but it shouldn't be avoided altogether. So
Yeah, and then I knew about the low fat and non-fat. It's just it's more processing to get it to that because that's not the natural state, right?
yeah, exactly.
Especially milk, I think of. And then I can't even remember what the second one was now.
Second one is filling up on fats promote satiety, which fat, that's actually a really good one to
I
always buy whole milk.
Yep.
Like yogurts and dairy, and because I've read that you're better off with that in less quantity than that non-fat with the
artificial sugar and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And fat has 9 calories per gram. So it is higher in calories, but it's also going to fill you up a lot faster as long as you're staying in tune with your... This next set of statements is on water intake. So hydration, all the things that have to do with water, okay? Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Bring it.
So first statement is water makes us bloated. The more water we drink, the more bloated we get. That's the first statement.
Okay.
Second statement is water can help you recognize thirst from hunger. Third statement is women should drink about 11 and a half cups of water per day.
Wait, say the first one more time.
Yeah, the first one is water. The more water you drink, the more bloated you get.
Okay, I think that one's the lie.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding. That's definitely not the case. If anything, it's
bloating
the other
is
way
more
around.
air.
Bloating is more inflammation, right?
It can be a couple different things. Yeah, it can be like inflammation. It can be like gut health
air or
issues.
gas.
Yep, air, gas, stuff like that. So a lot of times, actually, if you don't drink enough water, your body is going into a state where, kind of going
You're
into
dehydrated.
the second question. Exactly. Like your body thinks it's hungry when it's really thirsty. So you're, more inclined to eat more, which is then going to lead to bloating versus just drinking water. So our tip for you is if you ever feel hungry, just grab a sip of water first, right?
Okay. Or coffee.
Or coffee. Well, yeah, coffee would be fine as long as
There's a little water in it.
But I'll have regular water too.
Okay, I'm ready for your next one.
So next
Bring it.
question. You're doing great, by the way. You've only missed
This is
one,
fun.
I think.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so
Promise I did not study.
well, it seems like you did. So that's okay though if you did. You know your
really
stuff.
didn't.
I didn't.
Okay, so next set of statements is regarding cardio, specifically for those over 50. So cardio.
Okay.
Well, I always get the fitness ones wrong, and I'm a fitness instructor, so
Bring it.
Hey, this one, I think you'll do okay on this one. So first statement is 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week is the standard recommendation. Second statement is you should do more cardio as long as you can to build more stamina. Third statement is it's important to set realistic goals when it comes to cardio and any kind of exercise in order to build consistency.
Okay, so I think first and third are true, and the second one is
a lie.
Exactly. Yeah, what made you choose that one as the lie? You just were super
A little bit of, well,
the first, it was a bit of process of elimination like I tend to do. So it's all my SAT training from all my standardized tests over the years, Lindsay, but it's a whole nother topic.
Great strategy. I think we all use it.
But I can't even remember what the middle one was.
about.
Middle one was you should do more cardio for as long as possible in order to build your stamina, which, yes, you kind of have to increase to build more stamina to get better, but you want to do it gradually. You don't just want to go run for as long as possibly can until you're burning out.
Right.
That the
And
next day
depleted and overuse injury.
Exactly. So last one is actually on sleep. So this is a new topic. so
This
far.
is where I fail miserably. This is where the
think us
coffee
as
comes in.
moms,
Yeah, you
we don't
have
get a
2
lot of
young
sleep.
kiddos, right?
Yes. Yep.
And I have no excuse with the kids, but I have the excuse of the 50-something.
Hey, yep. I think we all struggle with sleep in some capacity
Yeah.
as well, just like sugar addiction.
Thank goodness
so
for coffee.
We'll see how this goes. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
ready for your 3 statements. This is the last one. So, statement
Okay.
number 1. Ideally, you should get 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Statement number 2, inadequate sleep is linked to health risks such as heart disease, weight gain, depression, and dementia. And then as you get older, you need to sleep less, which is the lie.
Third is the lie.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. You got it.
Woo!
Made you choose it.
Okay.
I've been reading so much about the health risk associated with lack of sleep that one of the best things you can do for your overall health is to get all that sleep.
Exactly.
I'm just not great at heeding that advice at times.
I
but
think we all struggle there.
Don't you notice a big difference when you do skip whatever that show at night and just go to sleep an hour earlier?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It makes a big difference for me.
Or sleep in a little bit later.
Yeah.
I think even just like 20, 30 minutes really makes a big difference. And
Yeah.
really good restorative sleep helps a lot.
And I think with summer approaching, the days are longer, and I hate to miss anything.
So
I have FOMO too.
Yeah.
Now it's time for our Mighty Moment Feel Good story of the day. This story is about one of our members here at Mighty Health. Her name is Anne. So she says, first I got down on the ground outside in the snow. Second, I sat cross-legged on the saucer. 2 amazing accomplishments. Third, I went down the hill on the saucer. And then fourth, I got off of the saucer in a standing position. And lastly, walked back up the hill. So she says, besides that, I called Vision Services for training with the white cane so I can get to the grocery store on my own. She says, I'm choosing to be mighty. So thankful for all the help and encouragement. So this picture is of Anne getting on the ground.
And it was so, I bet that her little grandson at the top of that hill made it just all worth it walking back up that hill. That's
So sweet.
So sweet. And it just goes to show you the hard work of a lifestyle change can really make your quality of life so much better. And she's just a walking example of that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that because it makes what we do just that much more meaningful and special when we can touch the lives of a family in that way and see the confidence that she's gained. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Oh, Lindsay, that was such a fun game. I'm glad
to be your
game partner to do this game with you today.
Yeah, you did really well. So hopefully our viewers can be able to play along with you and kind of see how they did compared to you. So you did awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they've got it going on. If they've been learning as they can at Mighty Health, that they'll be well equipped for this game.
Oh yeah, they got it.